Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Capricorn. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So Capricorn, I feel like somebody's emotions are running the show here. They're clouding this person's view and affecting their judgments, okay, their decisions. What we see, and this is very clear here, this is speaks to influence, and what's influencing this person, what it is their thoughts. It's clouding their perception of a situation. Now, what we see is that perception was actually the first card out in this reading. Okay, and it was clarified by these cards, and they say exactly the same thing. So, and it's coming with water. So we know that emotions are what the problem is. Okay, so the card of perception, it's a marker that requires you to think about how you look at the world or how you're looking at this situation. Okay, so through what eyes are you seeing? Are you peering through eyes of prejudice or judgment? Are you viewing your present circumstances by projecting your past? So the fact that you have this card indicates it's time to slow down and observe this from all angles. Observe your situation from all angles and observe how you're looking at it. This will call for objectivity and a willingness to examine your life, your situation, and others through neutral eyes. This marker brings clarity, and it asks you to look and wait, okay? Because perhaps all you needed to do was to relax and put on another pair of glasses and to actually see through your soul and know that things aren't always what they appear to be. Perception is everything. You're being told to take no further action until you see how that message I just gave you applies to your current situation. Then once you've shifted your perception, you may find that that was all that you needed to do. And see, it's coming with the water fairy. She reminds you that feelings may be running the show here. You can be feeling over emotional, most likely because of what I see at the root, that Ten of Swords. So maybe this is somebody who's had a lot of bad experiences when it comes to love. She asks you to consider how you really feel about things and why. She reminds you that you are not your feelings, but you are the one experiencing them. Remember that as water flows, emotions change. It's time, this card is saying, to lose your rigidity. Be fluid and like water, and willing at times to compromise and just allow change to happen, because clearly whatever they're carrying is blocking this change. So the water fairy comes in to wash away your tears. She also reminds you to be mindful of the power of emotions and how they're affecting you. Also remember that feelings are the fuel for manifesting. So be certain that you want to create what you're feeling. She asks that you allow your feelings to pass through and focus on the positive. A shift in perception will create a bridge here that can bring you back together. It's what is needed. And so on these messages here, we have the partner. So um, you could be asking questions about your partner. Um, with the water here, you may feel like they don't love you or they don't really care about you. Maybe, did they ever really care? What if I reach out to them? Would they be happy to hear from me, or would they just reject me? Um, why should I stay, or why should I leave? Like all kinds of questions will be going through your mind depending upon your circumstances and where you are exactly in this energy. For some of you, this may not have happened yet. I mean, if you're in a relationship where you have your partner has a lot of insecurities, and is very emotional about those, then this is why, and this is what uh, you may want to open up some communication about this, and give this person some reassurances. This is somebody who's been wounded and may need some tender, loving care. So this could be you, it could be the other person. These energies can go vice versa. So, I mean, if this is if, if this is the partner, it's like the other one of you can help the other with this in seeing or in shifting that perception. Okay, so what we see is somebody has had a lot of bad experiences here, and that this something between you two ended badly. Okay, we see that there is regret. There's still desire for this person, despite the emotions that they're feeling or that they're carrying. This person carries a lot of emotional baggage. And they're still very much interested. They still really want this relationship, but maybe they feel like there's nothing more I can do. I mean, if they don't love me, they don't love me, right? They really feel like somebody doesn't love them. But this is because of the ghosts of the past, and this is what needs to change, okay? This is where the attention needs to go. Okay, if you want this relationship to be successful, you need to overcome those ghosts of the past. And that's clear. You need to realize, if this is you, why you're seeing the things you're seeing, and that they're not real. Okay? It's the thoughts you're thinking that are creating this illusion, and those thoughts are coming from an old wound. And we see that here, okay, in this card of spite and bitterness. I this is having to do with a wish. So somebody's feeling really bitter, grieving over the fact that they didn't get their wish. But in effect, they kind of shot themselves in the foot here. They kind of put that sword into themselves, almost, because of an old wound that they were carrying. They're hurting themselves by not taking care of that. So that's what's going on in this person's inner house. This is what's going on. Um, I feel like this person would have put distance between you because of the emotions they were having. Most likely, they would have ended this before you could. That's what they're thinking. Well, I'm going to end this before they do. They don't love me, you know. So they would have thought, if they were thinking your intentions were bad, they would have ended it before you, or this is you, you know. If you would have thought their intentions were bad, you'd have ended it first. So it you know, depending whose energy this belongs to. So there's, I feel like they are, they are, it's like they're preparing for some future event here. The challenge for this person is going to be the ghosts of the past, of course, and to close this distance, okay? So they need to take care of the ghosts of the past, and then they need to try to close this distance here. It's a decision that they are preparing for, because there's an action card. This is a preparing card, so it's preparing to take action on something that is very challenging. And I feel like currently both these things are challenging, but once they take care of the ghosts of the past, it's like it gets easier, you know. What we see is that this is somebody who's drowning in their sorrows, you see. That's this person, very emotional. But we know that they're still interested, okay? Even though they're overwhelmed by these emotions of the past, a lot of negative thinking with the Aquarius symbol in the reverse here. But they do still love you, and it's like they want to pick up that telephone. They want to pick up the phone and call. They're just not sure that they can rely on the other person. And those feelings and those thoughts are coming from ghosts of the past. And that's really what needs to be taken care of here. And so they're drowning their sorrows. They want to call. It doesn't feel like this is over for this person. Not at all, you know. Um, and they're very frustrated. Um, something something happened between you two that hit a trigger. So maybe something was said between you two that may not have meant much to you, because you would have not really been aware of the impact. Okay, but something was said that caused them to for it's like a wound they were carrying to kind of reopen, and that's what started this. That's why it's so important that that wound be taken care of, so it doesn't flare up in the future, you know. That's what happened. It flared up. They emotions took over running the show, and clouded their perception. They were seeing something that wasn't really there. But this person, look at this, Ace of Cups twice, here and here. This person definitely loves you. Um, and that's the truth. The truth is that they do love you, and they realize this, okay? From where they're sitting, that's what I'm feeling. You know, I'm not sure I can rely on this person. I'm not sure if they love me. I'm not sure if they care about me. But the truth is, I love them. And I want to heal this. I want to reunite with this person. I want to sit down and talk. This is an actual card of um, like a romantic dinner or a romantic get together. Okay, this is what they want. And it comes with the kisses card. So this is what they're thinking about, see, and the scales, so, and the fish. So they want to restore the balance. They want to, this is a card of making up. This is what they want. And this is what they're very tempted to do. And this is what they're thinking of. They're thinking about all of this, all of these things. But, I mean, the time for thinking about this, I feel, it's over. I feel that it's time for action. It's time to actually do something. It's time to take care of the ghost of the past. Take care of that wound. Look at it. Don't run from it. Look at it. And assess its value and what it has brought to you and how you feel now versus when it happened, you know. And recognize where your emotions and feelings are coming from. You need to, whoever this is, you or them, need to understand that the feelings they were having and the thoughts they were having were actually really coming from that wound, and that is the truth. And that's the truth that needs to be realized. You know, that's the first step, where it's coming from. Once you're aware of where it's coming from, then you can take care of it. Then you can take that action. But the first step is recognizing that that's what's going on. And the rest of this, all of the things you desire, they're going to follow. Once you change from negative to positive, remember that, you know, your feelings are what you're manifesting. So you need to be very aware of, and you can clearly see that in this reading, that this person's feelings, they manifested it. They made it happen. But where were they really coming from? Clearly, this person was viewing the present circumstances by projecting their past. And now it's time to take care of that. That's going to shift the perception of things, right? And then the rest is going to follow. The outside world, it's just naturally going to fall into place. And so you will get what you desire. But this has to be taken care of first. You or they, whoever this energy belongs to. Here's the butterfly. This was at the bottom of the deck. It's a card of beauty. Okay? But how can you see beauty through negative thoughts? If you've got negative thoughts, you're not seeing the beauty in things. The butterfly reminds you to see through its eyes. Look for the beauty in things, even from the darkest places. If you can do that, your world will be transformed. Beauty is everywhere. You simply have to open your eyes. And so this card is a reminder that you need to do this. Understand that the next step can only be achieved if you do this today. So, and this clearly is connected to the perception card. It's talking about a shift in perception from a negative mindset to a positive one. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.